Good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the NTRC's 10th annual iCode784 competition. At this time, to open us with a word of prayer, I would welcome an intern at the NTRC, Ms. Renicia Douglas.
Good afternoon. Some reverence, please. Dear Lord, as we launch the NTRC's iCode784 competition today, Lord, I pray that there would be no technical difficulties. I pray for good connection, and I pray that there would be no interferences with the broadcast. Lord, I want to thank you for your continual blessings and mercies upon us. In your name I pray. Amen.
Thank you very much, Ms. Douglas. And welcome once again to the NTRC's 10th annual iCode784 competition. The director of the NTRC, Mr. Apollo Knights. Our auditor from KDLT. Online viewers, various media houses, the Vincentian and API present here with us. Welcome once again. At this time, to give the welcome remarks, I would welcome the director of the NTRC, Mr. Apollo Knights.
Good afternoon, everyone, all those who are present here with us in the room, the media, and especially those who are with us online to this live event, live launch, our 10th iCode competition, formerly I2. So the NTRC just recently celebrated the 20th anniversary over the weekend, so it's a fitting moment as well, 10th anniversary of the iCode. So in my welcome remarks, I just want to touch on 3 points today, which is that relates to the competition. It's related to transforming our country. I'll touch a little on that. I'm going to touch on some direct and indirect benefits of the competition to those who partake in it. And I also want to touch a little on the 4YFN event, which is really referred to 4 years from now. So I'm going to touch a little of that. So the first one, transforming our country. We believe software development is one of the most promising options that can move us as a country towards that of a developed state. It's an area that we can compete with any other country on the same level. It does not require large sums of money to start a business in this era. It's what we can refer to as a knowledge-based field. You don't have to get millions to build a factory to start operating. Don't need to employ hundreds of persons to get started. You can check on the internet and see how companies like Google, Facebook, and WhatsApp got they start. And they are all software-based companies. They more or less start with a few individuals, not much cash, but then grew into some very big companies and some of the biggest in the world currently. Right, so it's the reason we are having this annual competition. We want our citizens to create more apps that are relevant for our country, but also target the needs in our Caribbean region and even globally. We also want to develop more entrepreneurs that see the needs in the market and create businesses that build software applications to meet those needs. That was what was done with companies like Google, Facebook, and WhatsApp. They meet the needs at the time, and a lot of persons get onto them, and so by create big companies. And in so doing, we can create employment for our citizens and drive economic growth of our country. Apart from looking at creating more entrepreneurs, we want to see more persons gain skills in coding that can be an asset to them in gaining employment in general. Coding plays such a big role in so many different areas of everyday lives. As you notice, everything is more or less software-based these days. As someone says, software is eating the world. So in summary, ladies and gentlemen, we want St. Vincent and Grenadines to be not only an importer of software, but a creator and exporter of software. This iCode competition is just one part of the NTRC strategy in trying to facilitate this objective. And my second point, and some as it relates to direct and indirect benefits you can get from being part of this competition. The first one is going to help you secure a job. When you finish your community college, you're applying for a one-year job before you go and study, or you're going to win the workforce. Just give me a little bit of real-world advice. because that's something I do. Look at applications and select persons, and you have someone that each of them having 7 1s, 8 1s. They're all the same. So how do we choose one over the next? I look at things like these, which programs they attended, extracurricular activities, summer programs, so it helps in that way. So you have a little more extra skills, interpersonal stuff, you're working with others, you can work good in teams. Right? So this part in working in teams is very important. You don't learn it going to high school and even in community college. They're more geared to individual accomplishments. So you do SPs by yourself, your grades, your ones, but in the real world, it's not like that. So if you work at the Ntrc, you have to work in teams and other company to get anything done. You work together with other people. Some persons find it difficult to do that. Right? So if you work, so in this competition, that's why we have the rule. We have a minimum of 2 persons can enter. You can't enter as one person. You have to work with someone else, different skill sets and so forth. Right? We also want to inspire persons. It's a platform you can shine. You can build confidence. You can see how 3 persons working together can create something that is greater than the 3 of them individually. Right? So that's something you build from it as well. Also, public speaking skills. Something again, from the competition, you have to do presentations. We also have Toastmasters International work with the teams that can help them to present better. And this is something very important when you're working with someone, or even as a company. If you start a company, you want to get funded, you want to go to investors for money or the banks, you have to communicate your ideas properly. And it's very important. You learn all of this stuff through the competition. And the last point, the 4YNFN event. This is something we brought into the competition recently, and it's an extra prize. So the winning team from the open category this year, last time we did it for the mobile app category. We're making a change this year. So the winners of the open category, 2 persons from that team will go to this event, which is in Barcelona. It's held every year. It's a conference that brings startups together to shape the future. It's an ecosystem of innovators, creators, and leaders in one location. It's going to be held next year from the 27th of February to 2nd of March. It's over 4 days. Part of the whole event is there's also an awards component, which is a global startup competition aimed at finding the best digital startups around the world. So if some persons are interested, they can go and check the site out. You can also enter it. Just like you enter the iCode here, you can enter that and be part of that component. But we'll be sending 2 persons to an event in general. I tend to see how things are, networking, getting some experience and so forth to help them build their startups going forward. I say we'll cover the full expenses of that. It's not cheap, but we actually had the winners from the year before competition, which was from St. Joseph Convent. They attended this year in February. They had a good experience. It's also a great networking event to meet other startups, investors, and other important stakeholders. Some of the top name in tech do presentations each year. So like recently had the founder of WhatsApp. He did a presentation recently, as well as the founder for Wikipedia. So they bring these top persons to share their experiences with you. And just to give you an idea of this event, last event in 2022 February, they had 600 investors present there and 61,000 persons attended. Right, so for more information this year, you can check out this site, www.4yfn.com. So persons interested in getting it. So I said this will be part of our competition going forward to expose persons on a global scale. Right, so I want to thank you, and I'll hand over to Ria for more details and for what most persons are looking forward to winning a Samsung S22.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knights. And at this time, to give the competition overview, I would welcome the Consumer and Public Relations Manager at the Ntrc, Ms. Ria Lewis.
Pleasant good afternoon to every one of our online viewers, media houses, and staff present today. I would like to remind our online viewers that we will be giving away 2 brand new handsets today, one of which is a Samsung Galaxy A3 complements Digicel, and the other is a Samsung Galaxy S22 complements Flow.
The questions to be asked for the giveaways would be taken from my presentation, and we would start with the giveaway of the Samsung Galaxy A3 first, followed by the Samsung Galaxy S22. So we cordially invite you to the launch event for our 2022 iCode784 competition on behalf of the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, better known as the NTRC, and our partners, the NIS, MAVCOM, Sports Locker, SVG Broadcasting Corporation, 4imprint, Extreme Radio, Boom FM, Hot 97 FM, WeFM, Flow, Digicel, and KDLT accounting firm. We at the NTRC are glad once again to give you a platform to share your technology breakthrough and vision with the world for the 10th consecutive year. This year's competition will continue to be primarily focused on the creation of mobile applications and concepts that would make it easier to implement new systems or enhance those that already exist in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for both the private and public sectors. The overall goal of this effort is to boost earnings for companies while also creating their effectiveness, which would promote national development in SVG. This year, the iCode competition would run from today, September 14th to November 16, 2022. The secondary idea category, secondary mobile application category, and the open category are the three categories of the competition. The competition is open to students enrolled in secondary or tertiary institutions in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as non-students under the age of 35. All competition categories are open to students from all secondary schools in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It should be mentioned that a mentor is required for all teams entering the secondary idea category and the secondary mobile app categories. The mentor's job is to lead and support the team during the competition. Therefore, anybody with experience or background knowledge in IT, computer science, or creation of apps can serve in this capacity. This person can be a teacher, a parent, or a trusted adult. Only the open category of the competition is open to citizens of St. Vincent and the Grenadines under the age of 35 who do not attend a secondary school. So anyone intending to enter the secondary idea category must come up with an idea for a mobile application. Therefore, the only thing you need for this category is an idea for the app, which will enhance a service or industry within SVG. This category is primarily for students who are unable to create or design their own working mobile application prototype. You may enter the secondary idea category and present your unique ideas. Pertaining to the secondary mobile application category and the open category, participants can use the information in relation to an idea and have an app developed. A working prototype of the mobile application must be prepared for finals once you are selected to advance to the final judging stage. For this year, we have decided to make a small change to secondary categories. So the participants entering the secondary idea category and the secondary mobile app category should base their ideas or applications on one or more of the following topics, and teams may enter as many times as they desire. The topics are good health and well-being, 2, quality education, 3, responsible consumption and production. If you wish to submit an application that is not in relation to any one of these topics, you can then enter the open category. And again, a reminder that the open category is also for non-students who are under the age of 35 years old. So anyone under the age of 35 can enter in the open category. One of the main aims of the iCode784 competition is to develop the entrepreneurial skills of the younger generation by looking at the needs in our society and finding ICT solutions for them. Noting that the dependency for mobile apps is on the increase, participants can use this competition as a stepping stone for the development of the next big mobile app or idea. With that being said, the competition is being staged in 3 phases. Phase 1 begins today, and this is the launch and registration period of the competition. The registration period officially opens today and can be carried out on our website at www.ntrc.bc. Access to registration forms would also be linked to our Facebook and Instagram pages at NTRC SVG. The deadline for all submission of registration forms would be on Friday, October the 7th, 2022 at 4 p.m. Phase 2 is the preliminary round. This is the first judging stage of the competition, and it will begin on October 18th, 2022, starting with the secondary idea category. On October 19th will be the secondary mobile app category, and this phase would come to an end on October 20th, with the open category presentations being judged. The top teams from all three categories would then progress to the finals. Phase 3 is the final stage, and it will take place on November 16th, 2022. Once again, I must remind you that for the secondary mobile app category and for the open categories, once your team advances to the finals, you will need to present a working prototype or a model of the app for the judges. The panel of judges would require participants to do research at the private or public sector organizations on which they have based their ideas or mobile apps and explain to them what specifically makes their idea distinctive. Participants must enter the competition as a team, which should consist of a minimum of 2 participants, but no more than 4. Now, finally, we get to the prizes. For the secondary idea category, the winning team would receive a cash prize of $2,500. The second place team would receive a cash prize of $1,500. The third place team would receive a cash prize of $1,000. For the secondary mobile application category, the winning team would receive a cash prize of $5,000, and each team member would also receive a laptop complements the Ntrc. The second place team would receive a cash prize of $3,000, and the third place team would receive a cash prize of $2,000. For the open category, the winning team would receive a cash prize of $5,000 as well as 2 tickets to the GSMA Mobile World Congress, which is held in Barcelona, Spain in March 2023. The second place team would receive a cash prize of $3,000, and the third place team would receive a cash prize of $2,000. We also have other prizes, which are as follows. The school with the greatest number of entries would also receive a cash prize of $1,000. Mentors would receive prizes ranging from $750 to $1,000. Please note that mentors are only required for the secondary mobile application category and the secondary idea category of the competition. All teams advancing to the finals but not placing would also be awarded $300 per team. Besides the cash prizes, other prizes would also be announced as the competition progresses. These additional prizes come at the compliments of our sponsors. As of this moment, the registration period for the NTRC's 2022 iCode784 competition is now open. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lewis. At this time, we would be asking the first question for the giveaway of the Samsung Galaxy A3 compliments Digicel. And the first question is, when does the registration period of the competition end? And I repeat, when does the registration period of the competition ends? So we have ourselves a winner. And the winner of the brand new Samsung Galaxy A3 from Digicel is John Bryan. And I repeat, John Bryan is the winner of the Samsung Galaxy A3 from Digicel. I will now move on to the questions for the giveaway for the Samsung Galaxy S22. And the first question is, which country will the winners of the open category be traveling to? And I repeat, which country will the winners of the open category be traveling to? We have ourselves a winner for the brand new Samsung Galaxy S22 compliments Flow. And the winner of the S22 is Joy Ann Butcher. I repeat, Joy Ann Butcher is the winner of the S22 compliments Flow. Congratulations to both of our winners, John Bryan for the A3 compliments Digicel and Joy Ann Butcher for the S22 compliments Flow. At this time, to give our vote of thanks, I would welcome the USF Administrator, Ms. Felica Thomas.
Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to thank the online viewers for tuning in to the live stream today and participating in the giveaway. Congratulations to all of the winners. We would also like to thank the media houses present. Thank you to our KDLT auditor, Ms. Fredericks. Thank you to the staff who work tirelessly each year to ensure that preparations are made and planning is executed to carry out the iCode784 event. And finally, we would like to say thank you to our sponsors, the NIS, Mavcom, SVGBC, Extreme Radio, Boom FM, Hot 97 FM, WeFM, Flow, Digicel, Sports Locker, and KDLT Accounting Firm. Without you, all this would not be possible. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.